you're probably thinking, Whitey got the trailer, another truck, really? Another one? Really? Well, yes, crazy events have happened, and we're getting another truck, boys. We're going to pick it up in just 3 days. We hadn't snagged the trailer from Rodney. Very appreciative, as always. We're gonna go ahead and charge the batteries up to ensure the winch works properly and everything. But yes, we are getting another truck on the channel, and it is going to be a true project truck, but it has some pretty massive emotion tied up in this truck. It's pretty insane. I'll have to explain the whole story, but for now, I'll catch up with y'all, I guess, Saturday. Well, unfortunately, we got some pretty nasty weather going on this morning, but I've already got everything lined up that we're getting the truck today, so we're gonna push through it. I got a couple errands to run, then I'm gonna get the trailer, and then we're gonna head up there and pick it up. But I wanted to give y'all a quick backstory on the truck. So I don't know if I put it in the title or thumbnail, but this is actually my Pawpaws' old truck. He passed away in 2012, and he was just great. He's just a happy, funny old man, and I feel like some of his values were instilled in me. He was a Navy veteran. He was very patriotic. He loved Alabama football and bald eagles. Had that stuff all over his house. I remember a ton of good times with him. I haven't seen or known anything about the truck since then. So randomly, my cousin reached out to me when my pawpaw passed away. He had things, you know, written down, his will that he wanted given to whoever, and he left his truck to my two cousins, Abby and Aaron, and they weren't even old enough to drive. So when they got it, they actually sold it to their pop, and he's apparently been driving it ever since then. I guess recently at some point he had some mechanical issues with it, parked it, and bought himself a new truck. He was wanting to get rid of it, get it out of his yard, whatever. So Aaron reached out to me and was like, hey, this is what's happened. Rather than it getting scrapped or whatever they were going to do with it, would you like it? And you know, I have no clue what condition it's in. It could be destroyed. I have no clue. But I feel like we can't pass up the opportunity to get my Pawpaw's old truck back and potentially bring it back to life. It's been 10 years since I've seen this truck. I really don't remember much anything about it. My mom said it was red, and I just remember the hilarious sticker that my Pawpaw had on the back windshield, which was, I don't know if y'all ever seen the Bada Bing stickers, with like the girl in the bikini holding the baseball bat. Yes, my Pawpaw had that on his back windshield. So I doubt it's still there, but if it is, that would be hilarious. It's also stick shift, which is cool. That's the story. I'll catch up with y'all in a little while when we head up there. Definitely not the best weather for today's adventure, but we're still doing it. Well, thanks to the Duramax, we got it pulled over, so I should be able to back it straight off the trailer. If you watched one of the last videos where we went to the dump, I talked to y'all about my pressure washer croaking over. Well, the replacement finally came in, and I figured, you know what, before we part this thing for who knows how long, let's go ahead and give it a good pressure wash. It's got a ton of dirt and grime underneath it. So I'm gonna pressure wash it real good, get it off the trailer, and then I'll catch up with y'all and we'll check it out. All right, now that we finally got this thing unloaded, hopefully not in its final resting place, let's go ahead and check it out. So it is a 2000 Nissan Frontier. If you've been around the page for a while, y'all probably remember my 97 Nissan Hardbody. Well, this is the next generation. This is essentially the same truck, just different body, if I'm not mistaken, which was very controversial when they went to this body from the Hardbody, because the Hardbody was so beloved with the sharp edges, and this is a lot more rounded, kind of Tacoma-ish. I feel like it's a little bit bigger than this Tacoma. Maybe I'm wrong with that, but apparently when they got it from Pawpaws, it had 90,000 miles on it. You might be wondering, why did you trailer it? Yada, yada. Well, she's bit the dust. But from 90,000 miles when they got it, $308,000 miles on this thing. Radio works, speakers work, air conditioning works, everything works. Yes, it is a manual, which is freaking sick, just like my hard body. Of course, Papa knew what was up. Very, very reminiscent of my hard body in here. Doesn't feel much different at all. Steering wheel is probably the biggest thing that feels different. Very reminiscent feeling in here to mine. But 308,000 miles. She took a dump. So he says it's got the stock clutch in it, which is insane. 300,000 miles stock clutch. What a freaking beast. But apparently the old engine is toast, which I'll pop the hood in a minute. He said he was driving it home and it started making some timing chain noise, which these 4-cylinders, you know, they're notorious for doing that on startup and stuff. But he said when he like pulled in, it started making that noise, and then it started skipping like it jumped time or something, and then she no longer runs. And we got some milky yucky oil, and he actually went ahead and took the valve cover off. He was going to check, I don't know, it's slightly torn apart. It needs a new engine, moral of the story. But very sweet little trucks. Always loved 6-lug on the little mini trucks. Swap the bore out and swap out the Titan wheels on them and stuff. The cab seems very hard body-ish. It's almost weird having it, because I have missed the hard body, honestly. Tailgate seems like a straight, like it's, yeah, that's definitely the same tailgate as the hard body. Bumper's definitely a lot different, much bigger. Tail light's more rounded. Sweet looking little trucks. Exhaust on the left side, gas on the right side. They're sweet little trucks, dude, for sure. Just the big question is, do we want to salvage it? I mean, it's not all rusted out or anything. It's 300,000 miles of a lot of daily driving. The guy's been driving it was a coal miner, so that's why the interior is totally smoked, dirty as can be. And I think he was using it as a hunting truck as well. She's a little bit taken apart. I don't know what the crap, power steering yuckiness, but we take the valve cover off. Yeah, she's not looking hot. That chain is solid as a rock. So the big question is, do we even salvage it, or do we just, you know, appreciate the fun that we had in this video and getting to see it, sit in it, and all that kind of crap, and just send it off to its final resting place or something? Or do we fix it? I looked up engine replacements and stuff last night. It's definitely not cheap, not as cheap as I was expecting either. You can get a reman one from like O'Reilly's for like $3,500, or you can get like an eBay special for like $1,400 plus and hope it's not toast as well. Or I saw in the forums, I was just browsing, people talking about putting a 5.6 Titan V8 engine in here, which I didn't even get confirmation that it would fit without like a ton of fab work, which your boy ain't got fab skills or tools and whatnot right now in my life. But I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm torn on it, because it is a sweet looking little truck, which, crazy enough, this is my 4th red truck. I went from no red trucks, always wanting a red truck last year, to having 4. So we got the Duramax, we got the F1, which is worse off than this Frontier, which we really need to do something with, and I might yeet off today. I lost the keys. I got to take the drive shaft out. But while we got the trailer, I might do something with it. And then this, and then the Sierra, which we sold. So within like a 1 year span, we went from my whole life never having a red truck to having had 4 now, which is crazy. I do love the red trucks. They look amazing. Sticker's been on there since he passed, which is crazy. It's struggling, but it's there. And then right here is where that big Bada Bing sticker was. Freaking hilarious. So I don't know. Y'all let me know. Should we fix it? Should we scrap it? Should we just leave it here as a keepsake? I don't know. Y'all comment down below. Let me know. I'll see y'all on the next one. We're going with it.
There you go.
Perfect.
Good job.